Hey everybody, we're trying to bring you the game here on Live Barn. It just went live after being black screen, so we're going to try to kick things into gear here. It looks like they just kicked it on off the face-off. I'll try to switch this over to a different view when I get a chance, but off the bat, I'm actually not even clear which color our girls are. I believe we are in white. Does that look right? I'm going to give it a shot, do my best here, everybody, as we try to zoom in. We're doing this via Live Barn. Blade went into the corner, and I still try to get a view on. This is the really horrible panel view, you guys, by the way. Auto should kick in. It did kick in earlier on the other feeds, so we'll give it a second. Yeah, I think we're white on this one. That's Aurora 77 there. And taking the face off, I think that not it's either Charlie or Lena. I'll get better at this as I sort of get familiar with this angle, and I'm hoping Live Barn will kick in. We're playing St. Clair, or St. Cecile, I should say, which must be a Quebec team. And they're coming through the middle right now over the blue line way offside. So we'll get another face off here, and we'll see if we can bring you this game from here in Colorado over Live Barn, but through the YouTube. So doing our best. That looks like that is Lena on the face-off dot, and she's going to be with probably Sherman and Marciello. The face-off was won by St. Cecile, and now they are dumping it into the far zone. Coming around the net, that is Colorado in white, comes to the point, and the Cecile girl dumps it back into the corner around behind. I can't tell who that is on D for us, but we'll, as I said, try to figure that out. They seem to be jamming it down the backside, and puck now comes out. That's Sherman towards the middle, finds that was Marciello trying to break through the middle, and it's taken away. They take it out and they dump it down. That's probably going to be an icing unless it's on goal. It looks like it was waved off, and now it is coming back across. That puck looked like deflected and squirts over center. Dumped right back in by the girls in blue, and Colorado's back to gather. Hopping onto the ice there, I think I saw number 11 coming out. Now it's on the far and on the wing. Nice cross pass through the middle and over the blue line. Here comes Colorado. There's a shot attempt there that was knocked down. And Cecile comes in over the blue line, makes a play to the outside, tries to center it across, and it hits into the corner, and they dig away at it. So crowd, and now coming streaking down the left-hand side. There was a shot attempt, and that was in. That's a goal for Colorado. That was it looked like an innocent play coming down the left-hand side, and I think Colorado just put one in the net, which was fantastic. That is 24 Sherman, who took a shot down the left-hand wing untouched to just beat the goalie. And Sherman does have a bit of a zipper from time to time, so no surprise there. But that on this view, it was hard for us to even see that that was straight in. So congratulations, 1-0 for Team Colorado. Coming right through the middle. Not sure who that was as a dump in. I think that's Jakuba, the scuba, coming in on the left-hand side of forecheck. St. Cecile does a little turnaround behind their own net. And they held on to it. Good forecheck here by Team Colorado as they hold them off. Now coming out through the middle, good stick there as our D gap up. Live Barn doesn't give us a good angle on that. It's a bit far away. Coming around through the far side onto the right wing, Colorado regroups behind their own net. Pretty wide open wing there, and that is Jakuba. She had it on her stick. She gets it over the blue line, and it is dumped down the ice and all the way in, and that'll be a regroup. That was Gwen who'd done that too. She went off, and now it's dumped into the corner. Unfortunately, sorry, folks, it's hard for me to see who's out there. I think that's Lindsay Aker, number 9, in front of the net. I can't tell who it is in the corner banging away at it, but we'll give it a shot. Here comes St. Cecile out of their own zone. Thrown forward, picked up on the backhand and dumped in. Heading behind the net, Colorado gathers it. Looks like it's tied up at the hash marks on the side. Now there's an opportunity right through the middle. The Cecile girl had a lane. She leaves it high, long shot that's, I think, wide as it missed the net. Back into the corner now, and it goes towards the goalie, and that'll be a shot. We'll get it changed. I'll actually be able to see the numbers. That looks like that's going to be Lena number 8, Marcelo 10, Sherman 24. On D, can't be sure who that is. See if I could figure out the lines that they're using here today. Face-offs down to the right of Sid, who's in net, by the way, today. Lena won it. Kelly into the corner now behind the net. I think that is Kelly coming out with it. She goes to the far wing, a little behind Marcelo, stops at the red line and dumps right back in. 1-0 here, Team Colorado, as we get things going from the rink in Gilmore in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, just outside. The girls got in yesterday, and they're on the school bus. Plays to the outside. A little trouble trying to get it out. That was, I think that's could be Marciello or Sherman on that. It should be Marciello on that right wing. Nice out there. Marciello gets it. She's trying to jam it over the blue line, mixing a little move around the player to get it out, and it's all the way down, no icing. Here comes through the middle, good forecheck there by Lena, who pushes the girl to the outside and stays with the back check, and that cancels the rush right at the red line. Ooh, there's a stick in the feet as Sherman had the puck. Doesn't look like there's a call. Then we get a line change here. That's St. John Poupin coming out, coming to the line, keeping it in at the last second. That was Nadello. I think that's number 19. Yep, number 19 on the left wing, Emma Nadello. Joined the team for this trip. It's now behind the net, and I can't see who the DR on this yet, but look, that's Nadello on her stick as she loops back behind the dot and now brings it up, poke checked away from her at the last second. And it's far side in the black spot of Live Barn. It's now behind the net, and I think that was brought in offside. Hey, auto is available finally, and I'm going to get a much better view here, folks, if this camera will turn on. Okay, well, I thought I would. There it is. There's a face-off. The auto camera will be panning now, so we'll have a much better view. Looks like this Live Barn takes a minute or two to actually engage, which is new. Puck is in the middle, and Live Barn camera's trying to track it. Maybe we won't like the auto as much. It's down the left side. That's Nadello again on the forecheck. Ooh, bit of contact there is Anna Caton, sorry. Number 23 took one for the team, and she came over the blue line. Now it's back behind the net. They flip it forward. Nice little play there. It comes to the wing, and a nice job by Jakuba to get it across, and they get the red line and down. I think everyone's going for a change, but Jakuba's down there fast, causing trouble. And nice pickup there. Beautiful forecheck by the girls. They have it behind the net. Looking in front for, I think that is Hood who had it. Look at that right in front. Opportunity. Oh, it's sitting in front. That may have hit a crossbar, and it is an ice. It's coming down. That was very close. Charlie Hood all alone in the slot, number 2. Beautiful looking play. So good job by that forecheck to create a chance. And here we go again. That again is, I think that it does look like number 2. I think that's Charlie Hood. Comes to the point. There's a shot that's blocked down. And now they scoop it out. Hopefully the Live Barn camera will pan for us. I think it's coming right back in by Colorado. A little nifty move and a shot there. That was Aurora 77, Aurora Hussey. So apologies for a bit of the quirks at the beginning of this feed, but I think now the cameras are settling in. It's following the referee. It's giving us a good look of number 2, Charlie Hood. There is, I think that is might have been number 9, might have been Jakuba. On the face-off dot, that is a win for Cecile. And I think that's Lena in there. Nice forecheck, though, picked up by Marcel. Leaves it for Kelly. There's a shot. Oh, it's blocked. Nice block by the D. There's another follow-up shot by Sherman that goes wide. It's back in the corner. Forecheck is really causing some trouble for the St. Cecile team. Our girls all over them. Comes to the point. 44 Baker. Long shot. Not handled with the glove of the goalie. That's Lena picked it up behind the net. She changes directions. Fights off one player. Leaves it there. I think that was Marciello coming in support. Now she's banging away at it. Pops free. Sherman, the goal scorer already, got it tipped away off her stick, and down the ice they go. Cecile flips to the middle, and players wipe out. I don't see a call. I think the player just fell, and I have no idea where the puck is at this point. Our girls are changing. Puck's down low. Marcielo's down there jamming at it, but Cecile's come up with it. And I hope I'm saying that right. It looked like Saint Cecile. Try my best with the French Canadians here. Puck is in the neutral zone, I'm guessing here, as we still continue to make change. That's Jakuba. That is number 5. Yep, she's on the ice now. Puck comes in onside. Nice little turnout. Quick ups. A beautiful out. Again, Jakuba to the middle. I think that is going to Gwen. Ashak's got it. Ashak throws it on net. Goalie kind of steered it to the side. I think this goalie is a little wavery, but good job by Gwen to get that shot. She's jamming away. I think that's Sang John Poop and throw her weight around as they try to dig it on the boards. Oh, there's a bit of contact there, and the stick goes flying as a result. And I think there could be a penalty being called here, and it's probably on Team Colorado based on, no, it's not. Oh, it is on Team Colorado. There's an interference call, and I think that is for swatting the stick away from the player after contact. The stick was on the ice, and I think one of our girls pushed the opposite player's stick away, and that's going to cause penalty kill here. And that does look like what's going on. It looks like Sherman and Kelly up front. It could be Riedlinger on the back with Hussey on the PK. And I'm not sure who's in the box. I'll have to watch some of this later to pin it all down. Lena, I think that was a shot knocked down by Sid. Good job by Sid Waugh in net. And they play it around. It squirts over players sticking out, and heavy forecheck. Lena took one for the team. Ran right into the player, and they take it over the blue line into center. Another forecheck there by Sherman, and now Kelly stays with it. It is Hussey, 77. It's behind that. That's Ava Clark, number 15, into the back corner, and she's staying on it, not allowing the Cecile team to set up. Now they do. Sherman guarding the point. Player takes it over the top. Good, heavy forecheck by Sherman, and it gets dumped for her trouble. Goes down in the corner, and that's, I think, Hussey who had it briefly. Up to the blue line, under the eye of Sherman. There's a seam pass through the middle. Was not able to be picked up. Now they come around. There's going to be a shot here, and save. Right, flips it to her glove confidently. It's going to bring out Ashak and Marciello as the upfront penalty killers, 10 and 11. Is there another call here? No, the ref was just looking for a puck, I think. Baker and Riedlinger are in the back. The ref is doing, I don't know what the ref is yapping about, but I think we're going to stay with about the penalty clock. I see what's going on. There's 5 minutes on the clock. It's still a 2-minute penalty on the clock, and that had not been counting down. So I think they had to figure out what time this penalty is over. Nice face-off win and an out there by the TC girls. That was Ashak, who just battled her way up the left side, and now she's on the forecheck. Comes center over the line. Off the stick there. That's going to be an opportunity for TC to dump it down. They do. A little flick of the wrist there. I think that was Riedlinger who put it all the way down. So not sure how much time is left on the PK, but so far a couple of shots that Sid was able to handle. But so far, TC's got it now. There's an opportunity here. This is, offside. That was Marciello who picked up the puck at the blue line, but just offside. 4:41 left in the first period. It's 1-0 here. 14 Colorado on a easy looking shot by Sherman, but she must have zipped it past the goalie's ear. So we got a 1-0 lead here. We're still on the PK. Not quite sure how much time is left. It looks like the faceoff was won by Cecile, has got it down behind the net. They changed directions. Good forecheck there. That was 22. That was Lindsay Aker, who's out there on the PK now. Got to it first. Now they're coming through the middle. That is I think it's Baker behind the net, 44 with it. She changes directions, but it was intercepted. I think the penalty is now over as I see Charlie Hood jump on the ice. And I'm not sure if she was the one who took the penalty or just off the change, but here comes TC. Away we go. Live Bar needs to catch up, and it finally does. It's off the boards. Intercepted there. Nice job by Charlie Hood, number 12. Ooh, and she's tripped. I don't see an arm up yet, but that looked like a tripping. And they have the pocket's right in front, and there's a penalty on TC that somehow that did not go in the net as the girl made a little jig right in the crease. I don't know if Sid got through, but there's going to be another penalty called. It will be back on the PK, but probably a good penalty. I'm imagining it was a hook because the girl came right in through the slot, was dangling. So we'll see the call here as the ref is right in front. It is 45 Riedlinger going into the box, and it is the hook. And that's going to put Lena Kelly and Finley Sherman back out there. I see number 27, Brooke Baylog. She's out there as well. And I don't know who the other D is yet. Lena talking to the crew about where to go off this face-off. The refs are communicating. Maybe I'm not sure what they're doing here. There's a consultation of some sort. So, yeah, as I said, 1-0. We do get the scoreboard here, which is nice. It's 3:43 left in the first. I see that the ref is rocking quite the duster there. That's pretty nice. So I'm not sure what the discussion is, but he's explaining something to the bench. And in the meantime, the ref has dropped it. The faceoff is won by Cecile. They've got it at the point. Goes down the left-hand side, back and forth they go. Nice block. That was Kelly with the block, and she gets it to the blue line. I don't know if it came out. Now it's out. TC got away. Nice block there by Lena Kelly. It's all the way down. It's back on net, and Live Barn didn't give us a good look at that, but I think that was Kelly again, just staying with the puck, and it goes all the way down to the mitt of the opposing goaltender. So we'll have an offensive zone faceoff on this. And again, the penalty clock's not moving. Perfect win by Kelly to Baylog. Long shot. It's tipped. And it's swept away by the defender that was sitting on the doorstep. Kelly behind the net. Oh, busy bee down there on this penalty kill. TC still has it. It looks like they've got the power play. In fact, it's just 4 of them out there. Kelly Sherman, Riedlinger right there. That is Baylog 27, actually on the left hand. And here comes Cecile as they come out marching through the neutral zone. They're going to dump it in. And there's a call. Unfortunately, Live Barn is not giving us any audio, so I'm not getting whistles here. And these refs, I haven't seen refs talk to the benches more in a hockey game in a long time. It's probably to do with the penalty clock not functioning. It's stuck on 2 minutes. And so they're having to keep a watch manually as to when the penalty is over. And I'm sorry, I didn't mark that time, so I don't know when it's over. So Cecile, I'm trying to look at some of the last names here on the Cecile team. I don't know if they're from Quebec or not. Be nice to do this in French, but I'll keep it in English aujourd'hui. That was a face-off win by Cecile. They dump it down, and we still have only 4 players there, so they're still on the PK. It is Ashak and Marcelo up front. D looks like that's 77 Aurora. We dumped it down now, and they picked it up, and they come right. Oh, it goes off the foot of the ref at the blue line, comes right on the stick. Marcelo, and there is a call. It should have been a call, no call in the trip. As Marcelo was brought down, the player even dropped their stick. They felt so guilty. But and there's some heavy contact as Aurora finishes the check. That should have been interference, but I guess the refs are going to let him play. And Aurora's got to be careful. She can't lead with her head on these types of hits. Back through the middle. Good interception there at the stick as Marciela dangles through the neutral zone. She also has to keep her head up here. There's been some pretty good contact between players already in this game. Live Barn's confused by the change that's happening. That's allowing us to see number 9 and 23 come out. Comes right in front. There's a shot and a miss. That was Emma Nodello, I think, who got a good shot, a good look at that one. It came right in front of the net. Now they bang away at it in front of the neutral zone. It comes right in the middle, and Sid has to make a play. And unfortunately, it's a goal off that mishandled puck. It's going to be 1-1. And Cecile player had some dingle-dangle hands and just tucked it home. And I apologize. It was number 9. Aker had the earlier play in front of the net. And then all of a sudden, a bouncy puck came through neutral, was picked up by Cecile, and they came down through and made a move on Sid. So we've got ourselves a 1-1 game. I'm not sure if the penalty had expired at that point, but I think it may have. So that dot is number 2 over to number 9, Aker. That was Charlie who won that face-off. Our side winger comes across to the middle. That is Aker trying to track it down. She cuts off the D from coming up the boards, and now she gets a stick on it. That's why that's on Charlie Hood's stick, number 2. She's heavily pushed to the side. I'm not sure who that is on our player. She got scrunched into the boards. Comes to the point. Nice little play by Anna Ketan, 23, behind the net there. I can't tell who that is jamming at it. They continue to play. That's not Charlie Hood, number 2. I could see that. And there's a lot of heavy contact down low there. I think trying to pull it out of there. That's a nice pinch by Ketan. She keeps it in. So the forecheck is on. They rim it. Comes to the line, close to the line, kept right back in by the pinch by TC. There's Aker, number 9, dangling through everyone. She got stick underneath her, and she does a good defensive play. She falls down under the pressure. And back out they come, Cecile with the dump in. Ketan gets there first, shifty. Number 23 is going to go up the boards with it. She finds the winger, TC. And I think we've dumped in. No, we've come over the line with it now. There was a dump in now. That is, I think that's 19 Nadello playing right wing. She pushes the player into the boards in support now. That was Jakuba behind the net, and they've hemmed them in. They've really done a nice job in the forecheck. That's through the neutral zone now, and hopefully Live Barn will move for us so we can see what's going on. I think there was a whistle, possibly offside. Oh, there's a interference call again. So another call. I don't know who it's on and who's heading to the box. It looks like it's on TC again, the 3rd penalty of the game, 44. Baker, yeah, that's 44 Baker going into the box. So we're going to be on the PK again. I think the penalty or the period just expired. So I don't think the person running the clock knows what they're doing because suddenly the period was over. There was also a penalty. It looks like we're not going to get a clean in between here. So first period's over. We've got a 1-1 game. Saint Cecile. Maybe my assistant producer here can look up Saint Cecile and see where they're from, that team. STE and then Cecile. We'll see. I didn't have a chance to do that. We were scrambling trying to find the Live Barn feed, which had gone dark for us. So I apologize for that late. You just they go black in between plays, and until there's enough motion on the ice, it stays black. I guess maybe they're saving a few pennies on video feed, but that made it a little tricky for us to get this thing started. So you can see the coaches there talking to the girls. This is a long break for a break that is supposedly just a quick one, but yeah, they're giving the girls a full 3 or 4 minutes here. Coach Karen's pretty animated, to be expected. She's I think she's talking about the back check there.
Dad's saying that the actual thing is tilted. Yeah, I don't think we can do anything.
So I'm getting feedback. I do have 25 people watching, so I hope this is working. As you can see, it's a bit of a weird setup. I wasn't able to go to Cleveland in person this time. So next time when we have more parents around, we'll get a feed set up from the actual camera. Oh. Okay, I'm going to try to change the tilt on my angle of my camera. I mean, I'm trying to do this from a very weird situation, you guys, but that's all I can get. Actually, that's what Live Barn is making available to us. It's moving around, but here we go. Face off from the dot at the beginning. It looks like TC won that face off, and now behind the net. It squirts right through the middle and all the way out. And it looks like Cecile is working it around. They dump it in. I think that's 15. Ava Clark shuffling after it. Comes to the line. Oh, that's a nice little pass to the outside. There's a shot. Bounces off. Big rebound. Nice save by, I think that's still sitting net. Number 29 now. We are on the PK here. And it comes in the middle. There's a shot attempt that was blocked by the TC defender. Comes to the point now. That is Lena giving chase, Lena Kelly, and she gets a stick on it. It comes free. It's an opportunity here. The big clear comes all the way down the ice, and Live Bar can't keep up. Now it is. And actually, it's on the stick of a TC player. It could be Sherman. She leaves it off for Gwen Ashak. Takes a shot that was tipped. It goes high off the back glass, goes into the corner. Now it's going to be Marciello who's going to get there first. Excellent penalty kill again here. Marciello now down low, just going for a Saturday morning or Friday morning skate, I should say. It's off her stick now and a regroup by Cecile, but then Marciello takes it right back. She's staying with it. Now it's Gwen turn to cause some trouble through the neutral zone, but it's over the blue line. Long shot misses the net. There might have been a blocker there, actually, with that angle. Comes through the D and off to the races down the right side. Squirts to the middle. And that was Ashak again giving pursuit. I mean, this is our third penalty in the game. These penalty killers have been out there the entire time, which probably discombobulates the lines. We're going with 3 full lines plus an extra. And it is still down behind the net. Nothing doing on this PK. And someone's asked if I could zoom out. I cannot zoom out. This is all, you are seeing exactly what Live Bar is showing here. And that is, I think, another that could be too many players on the ice. Look, if I zoom out, I'll just catch the edge. I'll move my little camera back. That is, as I said, this is what Live Bar's given us, which is pretty good, I have to say. The new tracking technology they've added is great. It looks a lot better.
Looking at a lot of ice.
So it looks like at the face-off dot there, that's number 10, Marciello. So we've got some screwy lines, and Lena's lined up on the left-hand side. Oh, I think they wanted the right-handed stick, and they got that face-off win. Comes to the point. Long shot. This is a power play. That's what's going on. That is long shot from Charlie Hood, number 2. So again, apologize for the discombobulation by your announcer. It comes down. It's into our own zone, and then Lena going fast to get back there to help out. Marciello picks it up. I think we're on the peak of the power play right now, and we're having trouble getting out of our own zone here, I think. Now it comes with a long pass. It's on the stick of 22, Emma Doyle. She's challenged right at the blue line, and that goes off a stick right on the Charlie Hood stick, right in the slot. She gets a shot, and the goalie has to make a great save. As Doyle brought it in the blue line a little shallow, and then it was about to be flicked out. It went off a player and ended up right in front of the blue paint. And nice to be there. Charlie Hood picks it up. It gets a good shot. So we got a new set of players. It's Ava Clark, 15, and Brooke Baylog, 27 on the points. And it looks like a face-off win by TC. I'm not sure who's out there for the forwards. Oh, challenge at the blue line. It could be a breakaway here, but good job by Baylog to come across, save the day. Puck goes down behind the net. It's back around to Aurora, 77. She takes a hit, and no call. Wow, they're really letting him go. Here comes TC. Oh, boy, right off of a knee pad. That was a dangerous pass. The player actually had to make a play on it. That was Clark trying to battle for it. It's behind the net. We've got 77 there. This is not much of a power play here as we've been unable to get out of our zone. The player just eats it behind, and Ava Clark is making friends. And this is now, wow, the player finally just falls on it. And then this should be a delay of game because the player is clearly sitting on the puck, and they finally blow it dead. Wow, that was quite the PK. I think in other leagues, that player didn't even have a stick and sat on the puck. You would get punched in the head or you'd get a delay of game call because that was completely inappropriate. So change it up here. I have no idea what the deal is with the penalty because the guy working the clock doesn't know what they're doing. It's still showing 2 minutes on the PK, but that is not correct. It is 1-1. We know that is correct. The score is 1-1 or 11 minutes left in the second. There's a face-off that has come around, and TC scoops it out. That looks like it's Emma Doyle, 22, and she's going to scamper across the red line, dangle at the blue line, lose the handle. It goes behind the net, though. Good momentum, and there's a forecheck. Comes around, that's 2, Charlie Hood. She goes for the seam pass across Marciello, and this is a PK, or a power play right now. I see only 4 players. So Charlie leaves it off for Riedlinger from her foot to her stick. Long shot, save. Pad save, comes across and back. Another shot from Marciello, comes back to Riedlinger. They're throwing it. Now there's a tip in front. Kelly gets a stick on it and a shot. It's under the goalie. No, it's back in the corner. Kelly's battling for it. She's still got it on her stick. Penalty is now over. Kelly circles, shot. There's a save. Kick to the side. Heavy. Boy, they are. Marciello takes a bit of a rumble in the corner. It comes out. It's at center. Looks like we're turning it based on the lifeguard camera. Nice little dangle to blue line to get it in and off the bench, and that is, boy, real dangerous. Not a too many players penalty, thank goodness. Whenever you see a player jump on the ice and touch the puck, the other player coming off better be off, because otherwise it's a penalty. Both of them can't play until there's only one set of feet on the ice. Going to get a good look at the face-off here. That's Ashak taking it. That's St. John Poupin on the right. And it was won into the boards by St. Cecile. Baylog crosses it over. It looks like it's at the blue line there. I'm not sure who that is dangling across. They're doing a good job dangling across. It's in the corner. So now they come over the blue line with it. And I think that's going to be an offside. I saw about 4 people deep in the zone when that one came in. So we're going to go under 10 minutes to go here in the second. And let's see. It is 23. No, it's not 23. I'm not sure who that is on the winger. It is. That was St. John Poupin, 83. We lost the face-off. Picked up there by TC, but not out. It's sent right back in deep. I'm not sure who's got it in the corner. It could be, can't tell. Now it's fished out by Gwen Ashak. That's 11. She goes to the wing and it was tipped away and goes up out of play. So we'll get a full change here and get to see who it is. It's 77 Aurora, 15 Clark on D. Thank you, Live Barn, for following those players to the bench instead of the play. 9.5 to go. I don't know what Live Barn is doing now. The face-off's finally down. Off's won by TC, and there's an opportunity. They go down the ice. Camera's off it. Oh, player makes a diving play. There's a stick been thrown. That should have been a penalty shot, depending on how that went down. But unfortunately, video, we couldn't see it. Cecile's got it behind the net now. They fired around hard. Intercepted there by, that was Lindsay, I think, number 9. He did that, Aker, and it's now around the far side. Pinched by Aurora. Another stick goes flying. And down low, Charlie Hood is on the forecheck. Goes into the corner. I think that's 22, Doyle. She scoops it in, looking back for Hood. Hood just takes one right in the numbers, right in front of the ref. No call. Wow. These guys, and now we've got a frozen screen for a second. Live Barn feed's failing us, but it's at the point. I cannot believe they didn't make that call. That was a clear hit in the numbers, and down the ice they go. So hopefully Hood's okay. Doyle picks it up. Flicked forward right onto the stick of Hood. Leaves it for the winger. Takes a long shot and glove save. I believe that was Lindsay Aker who took that shot. So 8.5 to go. They're showing shots at 12-7. You can see that on the score bug that's available. Apologize, my camera moved on me. I'm trying to maximize the view here. It's going to be Kelly with Sherman and Marcel up front, Riedlinger and Baker in the back. Kelly on the dot. She wins it, spins her body. Beautiful little face-off move. Baker dangles at the point. Just sends it around in deep. That is in the corner. Wow, Lena sacrificed the body there, fell into the boards. It comes to the line, kept in by Riedlinger. Now she makes a jig, throws it towards the net. Marcelo is all alone down low. There's major defensive coverage issues for Cecile, and our girls are causing a lot of problems for them. Now Cecile picks it up. They try to take it out on the march. Good stick there by Marciello as she disrupted the play, and Kelly picks it up. Kelly shovels it towards the middle looking for Sherman, but it's intercepted. Now it comes to Kelly sticking it. Oh, there's a shot. It was tipped away in the last second. Kelly got that right in the slot. Now it bounces out and into the neutral zone. Live Barn following it all the way down, and puck is still live. That is picked up by TC, but to the line. Good stick lift there. Probably, I think that was probably Sherman or Marcelo who did that. It was Sherman. Marcelo is going for a change. Behind the net, I think that Sherman and Kelly still on the ice causing trouble. And here comes Cecile. Good shift here as play stayed in the offensive zone the entire time. Another good play at the blue line. Not sure who did that, but Live Barn is not following the play here. They really like this referee, and it's down low. Okay, I don't know why I'm seeing that. We're just getting information on why the camera angles are so goofy here. Sorry, you guys. Play is still down in the offensive zone. I don't know what's going on with the feed. It seems like it's zoomed in somehow. I will try to play with that during the next break here as Jakuba throws a puck towards the net. It's all the way down. And I think that was an icing. So I'm trying to move back here. I'm not sure what would be causing my. I'm sorry, guys.
There's also a delay, unfortunately.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm trying to keep that far away. I don't know if that's improving the look of it. On the dot, Hood lost it to the corner. Cecile moves it around. Is that a better view finally? I think it's YouTube's doing some kind of adjustment. It's in front. There's a shot by Hood, and she scores. Charlie Hood puts it in the net. As we're fighting with the AV problems here, Charlie Hood scoots through the middle and puts it in 2-1 TC just over halfway through the game here. 6:12 left in the second period. That was a beauty. And I don't know why. Michelle, is it still zoomed in on the YouTube feed? From my view on my camera, I am way zoomed out. What the heck? Oh, it's delay there. Hang on, I'll give it a second. Maybe you guys. Here we go. We want to face up. We're back at our own end, and it's scooting around. TC girl banging away at it. So we'll try that view. It's a little better. I don't know why it's still cut off a bit. I can move back more. Over the blue line, taken away there at the blue line. Nice little jig by Aurora Hussey. She banks it off the far boards. Cecile has it on their stick. Shots really piling up now in favor of TC, 15-7. Puck is still live. It's in the back corner. That's Hussey changing directions. Oh, it comes out in front. There's a shot, and it goes in off the side, off the post. And I'm sure that's one that Sid would like back as an innocent-looking play, but you can't let a player march out of the corner like that. And unfortunately for TC, the 1-goal lead was only a 25-second lead. It's now back to 2-2. The scoreboard showing 1-1. It is actually 2-2. So we're not the only ones having technical problems. The clock doesn't know how to add goals. It is 2-2 with 5-something left in the game, or in the second period, I apologize. Faceoff was won by TC. It's picked up their far side. That is Kelly making a move around the outside. Kelly with it. Goes to the net. Shot. It's in front. It's loose. They bang away at it. Sherman's in there. Marciela's in there. Kelly's making friends with a cross check, and it is covered. So nice little drive to the net by Kelly down the left-hand side. And the goalie is on her stomach. Good save. And there was a lot of activity there. So we've got Sherman, Marcelo, Kelly again. It's Baker and Riedlinger. It looks like the pairing. And they've overstuffed one side, so the wingers are matching that. The puck on the face of is still on the dot. Kelly's banging away at it, and Cecile comes up with it. Cecile changes off. Good forecheck there by Marcelo. They cut through the middle, goes off of Riedlinger's leg, comes to the middle, turning shot. Sherman puts it on net, bounce down. Kelly retrieves, bounces off of another player, back on Kelly's stick, back Sherman. Goes in front, or actually side of the net. The goalie's had enough and just puts a glove on it to make the save. 4:46 here in the second. Oh, they do have the clock or the scoreboard now updated 2-2. And goals by Hood, and the first goal, I should remember who they took that shot, but I don't. Oh, yes, Sherman. Getting old, folks. Don't let it happen to you. That's Hood on the point now. Baylog's got her back to us. Charlie won the face-off back to herself, took a little shot, but it was way wide, more of a dump into the corner. Down on the right-hand side, Hood behind the net. That is Emma Doyle, 22, on her stick now. She shovels it forward looking for Hood. And that is Lindsay Aker, far side, number 9, gets to it first, and they're still battling for it. That is Hood. Boy, this is a lot of down low work for the TC girls, but keeping it in their zone. Comes to the line briefly, swept back in, and now finally high and out over the red line. But TC sends it right back in. Brooke Baylog, 27, dumps it and chases it. Our D on the forecheck, and I'm not sure what happened there. Looks like the puck went up into the netting. So under 4 to go here in the second 2-2. Let's bring it out Hussey and Clark on D. So forwards are going to be running back to Sherman, Marciello, and Kelly. Face off to the right of the goalie. Looks like Sherman is lining up for a shot from that side. Lena is looking like she's going to try to win it to the point. She does, and it goes out. That was an odd lineup. I'm not sure what happened there, but what came back out of the zone, and they dump right back in. Kelly's hunting it down, staying on it. Ooh, nice move by the D to shake the pressure. Still dangling with it. Oops, and now I've got a pause on the live barn feed. So I'm not sure what's going on. Well, apologize, folks, for that. Well, hopefully this is short-lived. But we'll try to bring it to you as soon as it comes back on. But I've got the blue circle of death now. Son of a gun. Oops, it's back now. And it looks like we're going to a face-off. It does not look like people are scoring goals, but maybe. I think the refs are lining up for a face-off. Okay, we're back, and it is a face-off down in our own zone. Seeing the players head off. That's Clark, 15. And I'm not sure what has happened in here. This is not on my side. I've got pretty good connection on my end, so this must be coming from the facility itself. So apologies for that, but we're doing the best we can to get something on YouTube for posterity. Live Barn deletes after 30 days. I guess this is a good time to talk about how much money we're all saving, because the girls took a school bus, which is great, versus the fancy bus. So there was a sag wagon full of bags and an old school bus transporting the girls, which is just the way I like it as a crusty old hockey dad. Hey, we're back, and the play, it still says 2-2, so I don't think anything big happened. And there was a face-off of the offensive zone, and out comes Cecile, 2-on-1. Hustle back, it's in the feet, and now I've lost it completely as Live Barn is gone dark on me. Well, very frustrating for everybody. Might have to get on a plane and spend a few $1,000s per weekend to bring these games to everybody, because this is not working. Okay, we're back on. It's flipped to the Pano thing, and there was a goal. It's 3-2 for the visitors, which would mean that Cecile scored a goal on us, and we were unable to see it. This Pano view is not great, but it looks like the auto camera is dead, so it's flipped back over to this view, which is a little trickier to see, but TC has it. D to D. So yeah, looks like 3-2. There was a goal during all that blackout. And we are now down after leading for most of this game and then tied. Cecile's coming out with it, intercepted at the red line. TC tries to battle it back in with 2 to go here in the second. It's back in the corner. I think that's Baylog. And she comes around out with it. Just chipped off her stick. An opportunity here for Cecile. They come to the net, and there is a save. And Waugh makes the save. We'll get a full change here. Looks like that is Baker. And I'm sorry, I can't tell who else all the people. That was probably Catan. That was 23 hanging out on D. Catan. Sorry, I'll get these names right eventually. It's back into the corner. Nice face-off win for TC. They're coming over the blue line, dump forward. They make the entry into the offensive zone. It's deep in the far corner behind the net, and I think we shoveled it in front. The goalie put a glove on it. And yeah, I'm still only available. Whoa, I did not mean to stop anything. So we'll have a face-off in the offensive zone. Pretty tricky to tell who that all is. I apologize. I think I see Aurora 77 on D standing behind the center, and center's directing traffic. A face-off, that looks like Lena just based on that spinorama. She wanted to herself. She's put it behind. No, it was on net. And so we'll do it again. So I'm guessing that this is again Sherman with Marcelo and Lena. Oh, and it's saying auto mode is now available. So I may flip to the auto mode, which tracks a little better off that face off. Give it a second, folks. I hit auto. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have touched it, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're back. Minute left here. It is in the corner. Center in front is intercepted. Good stick lift there behind by TC girl, but Cecile comes up with it. It is bouncing around, and here they come over the line. It's a 2-on-1. Long shot over the net. I think maybe the defender got a stick on it. Goes up to the side. Good job by TC to stop that rush. Comes to the blue line now. They keep it in. That's Baylog bouncing number 27. She goes for the physical contact there. Now that's Doyle takes a little contact. That's probably Baylog 27. She scampered out of the zone. She's going all the way down. On net shot, save. Brooke Baylog, Bobby Ori in it, end to end. And now we have 34 minutes left in the second period, so that's wonderful. Whoever's working the technology at this facility is smoking a bit of the devil's cabbage, I think. So we'll have a face-off, and again, it seems like the camera's only on when Kelly's out there with Marciello and Sherman. They won the face-off, kind of, and now it's out. So we got to regroup here, and it is an icing, and I have no idea how much time. I think there's about a minute left in the second. Unless they've made some sort of strange adjustment. Okay, it is 15 Clark with Kelly's talking to everybody. We did go over that this week. On the center doing the faceoffs. There's a faceoff win right to Marcelo and a shot, and she scores! 3-3. Beautiful. I think that's a set play as Kelly was directing traffic at the beginning of that. Face-off kind of was pushed forward, and Marciello was all alone, untouched, and snaps it home. Beautiful looking play. I'd like to know if they were talking about that before. We'll find out the scoop on that before. And I've been told to zoom out more. I cannot. I am so far away. It's remarkable. Let me grab this. Hang on. I can't touch my camera, otherwise I jank it all up. So there's a face-off win. And I don't know what the feed looks like, you guys. Well, maybe we could get you. I'm very far away here. I'm actually face-off comes out. Oh, sorry. It was over the red line, and it was an opportunity to shot there, and Sid swallows it up in the glove. So maybe now we've finally got the right distance. You would laugh if you saw what I'm actually seeing on my screen of his little tiny thumbnail of a hockey game. But we'll give it a go. We have a face-off to the right of Sid, and that was, I think that's Hood with a nice face-off win. And we finally have a clean look. Thank you very much. Yeah, and that was it for the 39-minute second period. There's a hug there from Brooke Baylog. And I think are we going to get a scrape? I think girls are heading off. So we're going to get a scrape for the third period. We will leave this running. I don't know what's going to happen on the live barn. So I'll just leave it go. And we'll hopefully have a cleaner third period. And now that we've worked through some of the glitches, we'll have a better view. Apologies for that zooming problem. That was very odd. There must be something happening between YouTube on this setup. So we'll be back in about 8 minutes. Hey, it looks like we've got some players here for the third period, which should be a doozy. You can see number 34, Abigail Ketchel, she's warming up. I don't think we're making a goalie. I was told Wow was in net, but you know what? Maybe it is Abby. Yeah, based on that, this is Abigail has been in net. I apologize, everyone. The coaches told me Sid was in net, but I don't think that actually happened. And with that crazy long camera view, I couldn't tell. I should know the masks, but yeah, that's definitely Ketchel who was warming up there. So we're going to have a third period 3-3 tie. Bit of a funky game. It seems like TC's carried most of the play, and we never got a chance to see what happened on the third goal against. So, I'm hearing from Coach Tatum that looks like they did make a goalie change. So I'm not sure when that happened at some point, but we started with Sid, and now got Ketchel in net. So we will see Abigail here for the third period. So getting things lined up, and away we go in our crazy audio-visual setup. But we're getting it. 15. The clock's already going, even though the puck isn't dropped. So I have no idea what's happening there. Kelly on the face-off. She wins it cleanly back. Looks like that was Hussey who's taking it in, and she again loses her stick. And the play is still live as they dump around it. Big pinch there by Hussey, but it comes free. One of the players fell down. I think that was Sherman who was going for a little bit of a slide. There's a shot deflected away by Abigail, and it is on the sideboards right through the middle, picked up by TC, and nice up as they come through the middle. That was a little too far forward for Kelly, who tipped it in. It's at the blue line, kept in there on the line. Here's TC right to the middle. Sherman all alone, shot. Goes off of a foot, and I think that was blocked down, but great opportunities. The girls moving it around nicely in the offensive zone, still on the forecheck. Kelly was on it for a moment. Sherman gets it. Kelly swoops it in, goes for a change. Hussey covering on D. It's still in the corner. This Cecile team unable to get it out. Now they take it up through the middle, dumped to the far boards into the live barn dead spot, and all the way down behind the net. We'll pick it up. Swept around. That's probably Aker, number 9 on the left wing. In support, that's probably Hood too. Back to Aker. Lindsay dumps through the middle, and that was, I think, Marcielo's stick. She dumps it all the way down. It's going to be an icing. We'll go back into our own zone. 3-3. Who's going to be the hero today as we hope for it? It is Doyle, 22, with Aker, number 9 on the wings. Baker, I see 44 on D. And it'd be Hood directing traffic at center. I'm not sure who the other D is. I think they're lined up with partners now. I should know this. It comes around. Nice face-off win there, and Aker battles for it to get it through the middle. It comes in off a skate, but is now bouncing along the blue line. Cecile girl dumps it in, gets there first. Aker tries to get in the way. It's nice check there by the support from the forwards, and it is out of the zone. I think it's at center ice. Live barn failing us across the board now. I don't see the play on the far boards. Now it's found the puck and it's back into our own zone. I think that's Baker getting thumped in there. She kicks it forward, looking for the winger. It comes out to Hood. Hood with a nice little sauce pass there, and Aker's got it. She at the blue line, 1-on-3, lost the handle briefly, and that score bug is in the way, so we can't see what's happening. Now comes a line kept in. That's Ashak who picked it off towards the net, throws it on net. I think it goes off the defender wide to the line. Dump back in for Aker. She goes off for a change. And on the ice, that is Sangjeon Pupin into the corner with Hood. Hood tries to take it to the front, and it's tipped away back into the corner. She's battling for it. Sangjeon Pupin in support. Comes to the line. Baylog, I think, 27, kept it in briefly, but then it squirts out. Right back in on the far side. You could just see some feet. I don't know who set up this live barn camera. It's all the way down, though, as TC dumps it in, goes on the forecheck. I think first to it is Nadello, Emma Nadello, 19, and Sangjeon Pupin are both down on the puck. Comes to line, kept in by 27,
Baylog, but now flipped up high and out. Good stick there by Baylog's partner to keep that down. It's all the way around, though, and behind her net. Baylog, Brooke, behind the net. She's squeezed off the puck. She leaves it back, a little change of direction. That's a nice out to the winger. Kind of in the feet, though, blocked by Sangjeon Pupin at the blue line. And now it's out. And that is Nadello, number 19. She's got, I think that's Lena, who's now on the ice. That went through her stick. She picks it up, does a little dingle-dangle around, and loses the handle. It comes out. Live Barn decides the most important part of the play is the change, and it's in front of the net. And Lena's got the puck. No, I'm sorry, that's not Lena. I'm not sure who it is. Someone's got buried back there. And Cecile comes out with it, and this player's got a bit of a rush up the ice happening. She gets center line and dumps it. D picks it up, hard around the boards. A little too much for the winger. It's kept in, and that's Lena Kelly under the players. Again, Live Barn tracks the changes instead of the puck. Flipped through the middle by TC, and Sherman's going to go in deep after it, looking for the forecheck. Comes along, goes off. It ends up on Sherman's stick. She's got some time. She goes behind the net. People in front. Lost the handle. A good defensive play there by the Cecile defender, but Sherman stays with it. Now they're in the corner. A bit of a scrum, and Kelly kicks it out. Kelly on her stick, swings it towards the net in front. Oh, there's an opportunity. And I'm not sure, actually, if I got that correct. I think that at the end of the play, I'm not sure who that was. It's still inside the Cecile zone, but now they gain possession, throw it down. That should be an icing, and good pressure there. Sherman goes for a change, and that's Marciella going for a change. I think that might have been Marciella who marched out of the corner with it and got that puck across. But regardless, good forecheck, good offensive pressure. Still 3-3 here with 10 to go, if we can believe this clock, which surprisingly starts before the play. I don't think the clock is real time. Anyway, face-off won by TC's, picked up by Aker. I think that's Lindsay, number 9, going for it. Ooh, she centered it right through the middle and comes out. A regroup here, and that is at the blue line. Big, heavy contact there at the blue line as Aker continues to push forward on it. She's got Hood at center with her, number 2. Now it's dumped all the way down, and D has to eat it on the boards, looking for some help. Hood does come in under the watchful eye. I think that's 22, Doyle, watching. They're digging at it. Good defensive positioning here, and it is won by TC. Nice job by whoever that was. And it's back in offside. Yeah, I think. Oh, I thought it was briefly offside. It was not a whistle. Sorry, folks, I don't have any audio. There's a nice out there as TC comes over the blue line with it. Shot is blocked down as Doyle tries to get one through. She follows it through, and she's behind the net. Doyle will change of direction, but she's pushed off the puck. Here comes Cecile. They dangle around the forecheck through the neutral zone. Good hustle to get back, but the Cecile player still has it. She comes all the way through, but swatted away at the last second. It was behind the net. I think there's going to be another call. Boy, they allow the contact, but they definitely didn't like the hooking there, so I think there's going to be another penalty kill here. Someone's going to the box, probably one of the defenders, or maybe one of the back checkers. Let's see. None of the Colorado players is owned up. I don't see anyone going to the. Oh, now we go into the box, and that is Baylog. Brooke Baylog getting 2 minutes. So it's a PK here. That looks like it was Lena took that face off. She lost it, but she follows through and she gets to the point. She's going to eat it on the boards, and she's trying to stay on it. Still in the feet, and I don't know. It was a glove. It'll come out of the zone if it was gloved ahead by Cecile, and it is. Great. We'll take that. Again, penalty clock not counting down, stuck on 2 minutes. So it'd be a roughly, I don't know if we're doing 2 minute or 90-second penalties. They won the face-off there. Cecile dumps it in. Handled by Ketchel. Abigail stops it. Nicely done. Leaves it for the D. Come in and takes it away. Beautiful. Nice out there. Lena's got it on the far wing. She dumps it all the way down, which is actually, that was a pass across. I didn't see that player. That is probably Marciella. She leaves it for Huss as Baylog, who No, it was Hussey who took that shot. Now Kelly's got it. She's pinned into the boards. No call on that. They're allowing the contact to go. But again, good pressure by this PK unit. There's a hit as Hussey comes across, looking a lot like Rob Blake there with the hips down. It's in the far corner. And again, letting them hit each other. It's in front, but no one home for Cecile. Is picked up by TC and thrown all the way down the ice. Easy peasy. And that is a shot out of a cannon going down on the PK. Now she gets to the zone. It's a pretty good out, though, by Cecile. They lost the handle through the neutral zone, though, on an errant pass. And taking the hit, but making the play out of the zone is TC. It's Marciello dangling in the neutral zone. It's taken away, and then there's going to be a shot. And, ooh, that one gave Abigail some trouble. She lost the handle. It goes to the side of the net. And, ooh, heavy contact. I'm guessing that's Hussey again making friends right in front of the ref, but no arm up in the air. Play's already moved on, and now Live Barn is delayed on us. Here comes Cecile. Our D were trapped quite far back after that heavy contact. Nice play coming across there by the forward. It just took it away and now shovels it forward. And gaining the red line and sending it down is, I think that's Marciello. Lila was pushed off the puck and 6.5 to go here, 3-3. Live Barn decides to pause for us. Oof, and hopefully we don't have another 2-minute gap here, which we may. This is not on our side. This is the Live Barn feed. And obviously it went down into our zone, but no goal, I don't think, based on where the ref is lined up. Looks like we're going to have a face-off to the right of Ketchel. Live Barn doing the important work of following the players changing. Oh, okay, we just found out that this school, Cecile, is from Windsor, just across the river from Detroit. Face-off win by TC, and they come out with it on the march. Again, it's under 6.5 to go here. It's a 3-3 game in the third period. Good job at TC to keep it in on this forecheck. And this looks like the Doyle, Hood, Acre forward set. Puck is on the boards, on the blue line. A little bit of a scrum. I can just see the feet. And it is played back behind the net by TC. Ooh, there's an out. That was a little dangerous, but they get a lucky bounce, and popping forward with it is Acre. Lindsay makes a move at the blue line, stays on side. Picked up by Hood now. She's in the corner. It dribbles behind the net. Good heavy stick there by Acre. That's Doyle now coming in to help. She goes under the ref's feet, gets it to the point. Baker throws it on the net. There's a stop and a tip and a change of direction. It was loose still, possibly loose. And that was a nice looking play as they went low to high. Baker got the shot through. It was deflected down, changed directions, and the goalie had to make a stop. It's going to bring out Clark, 15, I see with, I'm not sure, that was probably Baylog. No, it's Hussey and Clark are staying together. That's Kelly, 8 on the face-off. We got 2 wingers in front, Marcel and Sherman. Kelly went to the boards, but that's picked up by Cecile, the only ones there. Now they dump it up high at the glass. It went off a stanchion, but lucky bounce, they still have it. And we'll let Live Barn now catch up. We've got gremlins in the internet connection at this Gilmore facility. Looks from the outside like a nice facility. Okay, we're back. Looks like the puck is on the stick of the Cecile player. So despite the French name, this is a Windsor, Ontario team. So not Frenchies. Here they have the puck. There's a shot. Abigail plays it high, takes it off the probably glove to the side. It's still there, and they flip away at it. And it's still being jammed at by the Cecile team. Goes off of a foot there on the forecheck. That was, I think, Doyle. That nice looking play there. It could be Bela, could be Hussey. There's a shot and a save. I saw 7, so it's either 27 or 77. Who took that puck all the way down, got a shot. We'll see maybe here on the change. Clark is heading off there. That was Baylog who made that play down the ice. This is Kelly directing traffic again, looking for, she's got double wingers on the left. She wins it there. It sits, but the Cecile player was first to it, but we still managed to keep it in. Now it's down the ice. It could be another icing based on that. And it is. So we'll line it up again. Clock is now showing 25 minutes again, which is ridiculous. So I have no idea. And it's actually changed the score to 3-2. So as far as I know, the goal, it should still be a 3-3 game. All kinds of fun stuff happening today. Lena's talking to Hussey, looks like. She's trying to win it to that point, and it sits on the dot. Coming in, same play to score it on early, and they do it again. It's another goal on the same play. Marciello Johnny on the spot marches forward and finds a spot. I suspect top over the shoulder of the goalie based on that, on the position, but exact carbon copy of the earlier goal. Unless this thing went back in time. Oh my gosh, maybe that's what's happened, folks. That is what happened. Live Barn just went back in history. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm like, it couldn't possibly look the same. That's why the clock did go back down. So we have no idea what happened in the universe because Live Barn is now looped back on us. I may have to go back and re-edit this entire thing. I have no idea what the score is. I actually don't even know what day it is or what year. We have just got it into a Back to the Future time loop. I think that was the end of I didn't touch anything. All of a sudden, we're allegedly live. And the clock is bouncing all over the place. So I think this is the end. I think we're rewatching the end of the second period possibly here. Not 100%. That's what's happening. Wow. Well, we got pretty excited there that our girls had just pulled off the coup of the century by doing the same play twice, but they literally did the same play twice. I'm definitely live, and I don't know what to say. Maybe we're going to get to watch the beginning of the third period again because Live Barn literally went back in time. So, yeah, apologize, folks. That's, I guess we could try scrolling forward. We are live. Ha! So, we'll just wait again, I guess. Don't talk to your kids. Don't put yourself in a bubble if you don't want to find out what happened in this game, because we're maybe going to get to rewatch it right now, which is completely ridiculous. So now's about the time we should start talking about always having a parent with a video camera, because this is not as reliable as we'd hoped. Okay, yeah, I don't think we're behind time. I think it's just actually the Live Barn feed that decided to reset on us, which is crazy. I will do a little bit of poking around here, guys. I can do a full refresh. But to be honest, we want to watch it now, so this is rink 2. Oh, and on my refresh, I think I've picked up the game again, and it is showing 4-3. So we must have scored again, and I apologize. Maybe I'll go back and rebroadcast this if Live Barn feed. I did not know how that happened. I had to hit refresh. looks like we're in the lead with 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go, and I think it's showing a power play, but it looks like it's 5-a-side, so I don't think that's correct. So we've got 2 minutes to go here. 4-3 win. Glad I hit the refresh button. That is Jakuba on the far side, battling away for it. She throws it around the corner, and it's on the far boards. Kept in, though, and we've hammed them in with 2 minutes to go. This is an exciting development that we've got a lead here. If there's anyone still watching this, the 21 of you, you're troopers. It's over the blue line. That looked offside, but there's no call. This Jakuba trying to stay on it, but our goalie just got pushed down right in front of the ref. Again, no call. And Ketchel is gathering her stick. Puck is down in the offensive zone. They throw it towards the net. That's still Jakuba. Minute 20 to go now. That's Sengjon Pupin, and the coach is letting them stay out there on this forecheck, doing a great job keeping it hemmed in. It's over the blue line now. I bet you they're pulling the goalie on the other end. We'll see if there's 6 players. There are. So they've got an open net now. It's in front. Jakuba gets across. It's still in front. There's a shot. Ooh, went over the shoulder of Abby, who looked behind her as it hit the glass. It's on the boards now, and they're going to try to scrum on it for 52 seconds. It comes free now. It's in the slot. There's a shot. Glove down. Ketchel makes a save and thrown out of the zone. And finally, folks will get a chance to change. Again, should be an open net. That's Doyle coming onto the ice, and I'm not sure who the other attacker was down low. They throw it all the way down. Here's an opportunity in the slot, wide of the net, and it's behind the net. 28 seconds to go. Thrown along the boards to the line, not out though, kept in, and it's 6-on-5. Dingle dangle player goes below the net. Seam pass goes past everyone out of the zone with 16 to go. Let's keep it out, girls. Through the middle. Hood throws her body in front of the rush, but here's a dingle dangler and a shot that is slowed up by Baker with no time left, or maybe some time left. The clock is showing 13 minutes and 80 seconds, which is bizarre. I believe there could be some time left on this clock, or are they saying that's the game? Oh, it's a timeout call. So we're not sure how much time is left, but we don't know what year we are watching at this point. So we're gonna get some kind of a face-off in our zone, in the defensive zone with the goalie pulled. Looks like we got a lead, 4-3. I suspect there's less than 30 seconds left in this game. Not 13 minutes, 80 seconds. So, obviously a pretty important win here. This team from Windsor, a bunch of Canadians, was not on the rankings. For those of you who go to My Hockey Rankings, you can look up Tier 1 19 girls. We were 28th across the board, which is pretty darn nice after good opening sessions and good games against very good teams in Boston a few weeks ago. So a good showing here against this group of teams could vault us into the top 20. But yeah, an unknown quantity is this Windsor St. Cecile team, because they don't show up on the American ranking systems. So they've obviously got their passports. So we'll boy, they're giving them a long timeout. This is like a 4-minute timeout. Have to say, I have no idea what the officials are thinking. They've made a lot of good stick calls, but boy, they let them hit. And they're really giving a long timeout here. I mean, maybe both coaches are okay with that. But if I were the TC coaches, I'm like, let's drop the puck. Wow, they've got Coach Andy's got the whiteboard. Coach Karen going over every scenario on a face-off win or a face-off loss. And I'm not sure who they'll throw. They'll go with whatever center's been winning on that side. It'll be better for a left-hander, so it's probably going to be Kelly who's going to take it. And it looks like it, because that is her strong side in the defensive zone. It's 11 seconds. Oh, now it's 9.9. So we are counting down. 11 seconds to go, roughly. Kelly, clean win to the corner. Probably told to eat it, and they do. Great play by TC. Good coaching, good execution, but it's come front. It's in front. They're jamming at it. It's swept away. It's to the point. Block throw. Opportunity. Oh, and the game is over. And I'm not sure if we scored at the end or not. Actually, based on that, I think that was Marciello who had a chance for the hat trick. Well, actually, I don't know about that. I don't know who got the other goal. But Mike, I'm not sure if the puck, I think she picked up the puck at center and was going for it, but it's showing 4-3. So I don't think we got an empty netter at the end. And that's probably why Marciello was reaching for the sky at the end, because the buzzer sounded while her puck was on the way to the net. We'll have to call him and talk to him. So, hey, we got a win. Apologies for all the glitches on this one, but we'll hopefully be better in the next one. It's at this Gilmore facility. Maybe the other rinks live barn will be a slightly better picture, but we'll go back and we'll do this again. What time is that game tonight? Michelle's going to look it up on the calendar. It's in a few hours. So you could see the girls there. And yeah, it looks like I don't know what they're doing.
We have it for 5:20.
5:20 Mountain, so 7:20 out east for those of you watching on that time zone. And good start to the weekend. We're going to have to make sure they stay on that old school bus. They play better when they've got an old bench to sit on. So thanks for watching. We'll hopefully the next one will be a little better, guys.